DeForest Buckner, whether he's going to be back this weekend because of that neck injury and the stem cell treatments that he underwent in Panama, we don't know, but he's off IR, or at least they've opened the window for him. Here's DeForest Buckner talking about what he's gone through to try to get himself ready to play.
No, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I've been, me and the training staff, we've been, doing a great job with, my progression and where I'm at with my neck and everything, and just, being great communication between us, and I think we've been taking the right steps to, obviously get back on the field. And you guys know how I am. I mean, I'm doing whatever I can to be out there on the field, and just taking it. Now that we've opened my practice window, just seeing how we go moving forward. So
did the injury happen in the Pittsburgh game?
Yeah, it happened during the Pittsburgh game. It was right before halftime, like one of their last drives before the half. Kind of got hit, and I thought it was just like a normal stinger all through down my left side. I've had it before, and in the past, and kind of had to do the evaluation, everything for concussion, the strength, and everything. Passed all of that, and obviously got back in the game, and then the second half, played through everything, and it happened a couple more times during the game, but it was just kind of minor. And the next day, checked my strength and everything was good. And when I came in, it was really Wednesday. I came in on Wednesday to lift in the morning, and I couldn't even do a push-up. Kind of lost, all strength on my left side, and that's when we got the scan, and found out that I had a herniated disc that was pressing on a nerve that kind of affected all that. And so, talked to the team doctors, second opinion, and they all said the same thing. Just right now, we just want to see if I can get my strength back over the next several weeks. See if I get my strength back, if the symptoms will die down, but if not, then I'd have to get surgery. So, and right now I'm in a great spot. So, yesterday I was very happy being able to be back on the field with the guys, and I didn't have any pain going through some of this stuff, and so we just got to take it day by day.
So did you have a procedure done?
No, I didn't have any surgery done, but I went out to Panama. As soon as I found out, all my options and all that kind of stuff, and what they wanted to do, and when they were going to place me on IR, I told them, well, I'm going to go out to Panama and see what they can do, see what the doctors say out there, what they can do to treat this, and we came up with a great plan, pretty quick too, and I've been very fortunate and lucky with the doctors out there in Panama, Dr. Diaz and the neurosurgeon Dr. Sosa, to get me in so quick on a last minute notice, and within the week, and get the injections that I needed, and I feel like it was a big vital part of my recovery.
This was the stem cell stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And going through all of this, you've been through it before, but just you also haven't missed a ton of games.
Yeah.
So what was the mental toll of
having
to wait to get somewhat green light to even practice?
Yeah, it was definitely this was definitely a humbling experience, for myself, with the unique injury. It took a lot of patience, and a lot of understanding. I'm lucky to have a lot of great people in my corner, and it was definitely challenging day by day. Especially early on when I didn't know if I was gonna get my strength back or not, and it was a process, but. I got to a spot where I was consistently getting strength, and obviously that was encouraging and brought a lot more confidence. And it was definitely a tough process to go through, but I have a lot of great people in my corner, and I got a great foundation in Christ, and just believing in the Lord, and the plans that He set up for me, and just trusting the process. And I'm here today, and I had the opportunity to go back on the field yesterday.
I'm sure you can answer this, but without getting surgery, can fix itself, or is there like some risk of it happening again? Or,
there's always some risk to injury and stuff like that. But that's the game we play.
Right.
And they said if it'll naturally, if I'm getting my strength back and the symptoms die down, then it's naturally kind of healing itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still probably have like something minor.
Yeah.
But it's better than surgery. So
yeah.
The frustration level's got to be enormous. The team's struggling.
Yeah.
and you can't, you're on the sidelines.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I definitely wanted to be, still be able to travel, be with the team, and be on the sideline, to help the guys out what I see on the field, and you know what I mean. Some of the things that come on the sideline saying like, hey, this is happening or whatever, and I can give them my thoughts and the game and really make some adjustments. I was trying to be a player coach as much as possible and / cheerleader. So yeah, it's definitely challenging, but being on IR, it can be definitely lonely, frustrating, because you're kind of not part of the team, but you are part of the team. So I still wanted to be sure that I was able to still go to some meetings that I could, if I was done with my rehab and little things like that, and just have my presence out there and help the guys as much as possible.
So you said that you're still getting your strength back. I mean, do you feel like you could, is there a chance that you could play on Sunday, or like, where are you in this timeline or this process?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, we're just taking it day by day. Seeing how it goes, getting acclimated back out there and everything, and seeing how my neck responds to gaining more volume.
So everyone's talking about how like the standard within this team is like you working to get back, or like Grove being there for Kenny, and all of that's there. Just what does that standard mean to you, and how did that kind of motivate you through this?
Yeah, obviously when guys go down, just never flinching and just being able to be there for one another that's out there playing. You know what I'm saying? Always, there was times even last year. You know what I mean? When I went down on IR, Z was like, man, I'm gonna do. He was like, Before I got your back. I'm gonna do all I can to get these, get the guys going, and and hold the fort until you get back. Just little things like that, and just like I said, never flinching, and that's what the guys been able to do, and that's what they've been trying to do since I've been gone, and I can only appreciate everything they do out there. I mean, they fight their tails off, every Sunday, and all the results that we want. The results lately have they been what we wanted? No, but I know the guys are continuing to go in there day in and day out and busting their tails.
Okay, I know you're on the other side of the locker room, but your reaction when you walked into the room and Phil's there?
No, I mean, this is, for one, this is where we're at as a team, the quarterback situation, with the injuries, and I mean, I feel terrible for Daniel, and because he was able to come here and win the starting job and really resurrect his career, and playing at a high level, and it get cut short like that. I mean, it's devastating, and we all know the competitor and the warrior he is. Playing with a broken fibula for the past couple of weeks, fighting through that. I mean, that's a leader if I've ever seen one. You know what I mean? But to bring Phil back, I mean, I know the competitor, the leader he is, the energy he brings to the building. I know he knows the scheme. I know he'll be able to put the offense in the right positions and things like that. And I mean, I'm excited to have him back. I mean, I was when we officially signed him, I sent him a text. And seeing him the next morning, I mean, it was like I was back in 2020 all over.
He was your first quarterback here.
Yeah, he was my first quarterback here.
You mentioned the energy he brings. Did you sense it when you walked in this way?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's just the guy, the person he is. You know what I mean? Not forget the football player. I mean, just the person he is. I mean, that's the type of the energy and the positivity that he brings. In any room he walks into. So I know the guys are fired up.
You
At
think
44, are you gonna be playing still?
44?
44?
I mean, me personally, no. I mean, if there's one guy can do it, it's Phillip Rivers.
Can you imagine sitting out for 5 years and then coming back? I mean, that's got to be.
Yeah, like I said before, I'll probably be golfing somewhere.
How did you find the stem cell treatment? Like last year, it was last year, right?
Yeah, last year was the first time I went. Well, I mean, I've had former teammates. A lot of my former teammates from the Niners. They've been going for the past for years, and they talked about it, mentioned it, and I was always kind of skeptical about it. But yeah, last year, Chris was talking about it and everything, and when I got hurt last year, I was like, well, it looks like I'm gonna try out Panama and go do the stem cell thing, and he was all for it. And when I went there, I mean, it was definitely one of those things I wish I started doing early on.
I think it was a week or two before you went down with your injury. You talked to us on Thursday and got a little introspective about like the big picture about your career and how your time on IR last year just helped made you how much longer you want to be doing this or the difficulties of going through those processes. How did this time on IR, these 4 weeks, what like big picture thinking did you think, or how did it affect you looking at your, how much longer you might want to do this long term?
Honestly, like missing the games and everything, I mean, it just give me a reassurance how much I love the game, you know what I mean? And how much I want to be out there and make a difference for our team and be out there with my guys, and how much love for the game I still have. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm in year 10. I'm on like the tail end of my career. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, God willing, how many snaps I'll have left. You know what I'm saying? And I just gotta appreciate all the ones I have. And yeah, I mean, I'm in a spot where I'm gonna go. As long as physically and mentally I'm in it, and I still am. So yeah, I'm gonna go until I have no regrets. And when I retire, I want to be able to be like, I gave it everything I had, and my cup is full. So.
Thanks, Bob.
There's DeForest Buckner. There is nothing like not being able to do what you love to do to make you love doing what you love to do during a season when maybe it had become a little bit routine, as happens in the NFL. DeForest Buckner, whether he's back this week, next week, the week after, that's going to be a welcome presence on that defensive line.